Lord of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. Beyond sight. Beyond sight.
Like this.
What's up, people? What's up? It's another episode of Sight Beyond Sight. It's me, Nick, co-host Andrew, and today we're going to talk about the new Spider-Man No Way Out movie.
Spider-Man.
And we're going to do spoilers, so...
Yeah, because we got to talk about that.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
I can't fucking riddles. But, you know,
so just to throw it out there, do you have a favorite part? I'm not saying to tell anybody yet, but do you have like a favorite part of it?
And then the fucking screens went around. Like, all right, let me explain this a little better.
Yeah.
So we went from watching the movie screen to, you know, when the Marvel part pops up and it goes with the whole Marvel shit, the screen actually spread around the movie theater. So it kind of was like almost a VR aspect if you would have it more zoomed in on you. So it was actually pretty cool. That was actually the most, that had me pop before the movie even started. I didn't even see Spider-Man.
That's a fact. I don't know what theater, because I was kind of bummed. I was just like, damn, I wish we got the recliner seat.
Yeah.
But once I saw that thing, I was like, I never seen it before. But yeah, for some reason they had the screen wrap around. And in the back of my head, I was thinking, oh, they're going to do some shit where it's going to be like Spider-Man. It's going to be like...
Which one do you want to watch fight?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you can't do this to me. I got to watch this movie 3 fucking times.
Oh, man, that would be awesome. I'm watching it already 2 times. So that kind of just puts where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of my favorite... I think I might... I don't know, because I feel like there's so many pops in this movie. And it was funny because we were in one of those theaters that people would clap over everything. Yeah. They were just like, this person.
And that we definitely were. And it was like an AEW crowd. They were like, oh my God, I loved you from something, so I have to applaud you. And don't get me wrong, like, I get it for the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield aspect, like, because the Spider-Man parts.
Spoiler.
We're going to get into it anyway. Fuck it, we just talking. We rapping. After we are rapping. This whole shit is like, I don't know, it was weird to me to hear the applause when the end of the movie. I'll put it like that before we get into that concept of it, the way the ending of the movie was, the way like the people started applauding, I was like, that's not really necessary.
Oh yeah, because they were the credits, right?
No, not the credit part. I'm talking about like the end, like the fight scene, like how the fight scene went. And like, you get what I mean? Like that was weird to me because I was like, you know, I get it, but it's like you don't really have to applaud Sandman because you see his fucking face.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I've never seen that actor ever again after fucking movie. I'm happy you got a residual check again, my nigga. You rich.
Sorry, we'll get to that too, like what happened at the end where we talk about. But damn, man, I gotta say, and I knew it. We called it. This is going to be the biggest movie of the year. And right after this is going to be Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange looks amazing, and I'll tell you why I think Doctor Strange looks amazing. But
Doctor Strange is going to be stupid.
Yeah, so I knew this was going to pop, and this one, I want to see how it does. Like, does it do better than Infinity War?
Yeah.
I don't know if it will, because I waited 10 years to see that damn movie. And it was almost flawless. And I'm not going to say this one was flawless or not, but
it's hard.
It wasn't bad
at all. It's hard to find a flaw. Like, it's like I can nitpick little things that like I realized while I was driving home, but it was like little things that I can't get too mad at. Like, it's just like, it just is what it is. Like my nephew pointed out one thing, and I was like, that actually makes sense. Like, you know, it's certain shit, but besides that, like, it's ready. If like how I basically said it to like my nephew, like I told him, I was like, that was everything I expected and what I wanted. I wanted them to make it make sense, and they made everything make fucking sense.
Now we're gonna get into the Hawkeye review.
Yeah.
For the last episode too, because
we
there
gotta
was again spoiler lead-in.
It was a beautiful lead-in. I haven't seen a lead-in that sweet in years.
Disney. We said it before. I wish we.
If you're a real fan of fucking Disney, like this is at the level where it's at now, where fandom is like, and I'm gonna talk as a fan that is a fan of mad shit. fandom, when we talk wrestling, like let's say like an AEW show, they go, you have to watch the YouTube shows to keep up. You have to keep up with certain things. Like if you're a rap fan, you know, you gotta listen to SoundCloud. You gotta do certain to find these new rappers and find Marvel. They basically tell you if you just keep watching our content, we just put everything together and we just keep giving you shit that you won't even expect.
Yeah.
So what Hawkeye did yesterday, I literally texted this nigga as soon as I seen it and was like, he's in it. He's in the movie.
So
you know,
we're gonna
like,
we'll just mix it in, but
Yeah.
it's all spoilers. So Hawkeye, as you know, they put in Kingpin from Netflix, even though it was blurry in it. So I said to him, if they did that, if Disney is smart enough to do that and then put Netflix's Daredevil in Spider-Man, they're geniuses. What the hell happened? We got Daredevil.
And we got it.
We got
Probably like
Daredevil.
maybe a minute, 2 minute scene of just, it was awesome. Honestly, that's one of my top scenes. Just that part, just them looking at each other, where he was just like, how the fuck
Yeah,
you
and then
that?
he caught the break. Yeah.
Like,
Yo, the only thing that would have made this movie that much
he
better
would
is
have
that
about to through some hands.
Yeah. if he went Daredevil, but thank God they're mixing the Netflix universe. You know, you're gonna see the new Netflix on Disney Plus soon. We're gonna see that.
I hope
We're gonna
so.
see
I
that.
hope that they actually, well, they probably got to do like they'll stay on Netflix, like the shows, like the original versions will stay there.
Yeah.
And then whatever they plan on doing will go on to Disney Plus because they'll just mix it like that. But it'd be cool if they could actually put them all for one so everybody could watch it on either or.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, other apps do it. But freaking, like, just to see him and then knowing, like, how his character was, it just makes you, like, it literally helps a Winter Soldier Falcon. It helps a Hawkeye. It helps so many street level characters that have something a little bit more now different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all hand to hand whipping ass, but the power aspect, as you see when you watch the movie, yo, my nigga knew a brick was coming because he's Daredevil.
Yeah. It was amazing seeing that.
Yep.
And again, watching the movie, we're in the theater, people dressing up like Spider-Man. Everybody was applauding. As soon as they saw Daredevil, because you would have thought from the trailer you're going to see Daredevil at that scene.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
They definitely left that hanging because I was like, fuck, he's not here.
Yeah.
And then they get to the house and I seen the stick and I was like,
Yeah.
you can't pan out to any other blind person.
Yeah.
This would have been the equivalent of getting screwed over as a wrestling fan for WWE when you get teased for the Rock.
Yeah.
Like,
So, wow.
shit.
I got to say, wow, that
Yeah.
thing, maybe, and it's not that I wasn't wanting that or expecting that, but it was just like the clarification. I think that was one of my biggest pops. I was like, fucking thank you. Even if you do a whole new Netflix show, I don't care. Just do it. Do it. We want this shit.
He deserves it. Honestly, like, Daredevil deserves it out of any of the characters that have freaking, like, his show continue on and have everything from his story continue. Because it all made sense for his shit. Like, honestly, it sucks to say, but it was like the other shows, even though I did like Luke Cage and the other, like, Jessica Jones wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, Iron Fist was probably the least liked one. But the thing was, like, his story went for 3-4 seasons.
Yeah.
And it was just solid all the way
All
around.
the way
There was
around.
no bad real season in that.
And John Berthel, who plays Punisher, said something like, "Oh, I'll never join Marvel's crappy, blah blah blah." You're stupid if you do that.
Yeah.
Because if you could come into the Marvel universe and you could actually make like a rated R kind of section with like Blade and all like the dark
They're
heroes.
gonna make a good, like, what it will be. The closest thing that they would do if you want to be like, because it's Disney and they want to be safe, they'll do TV-14. TV-14 is not bad. TV-14, you still get blood and everything else.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not gonna get the overly excessive cursing and nudity and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Which I don't mind
Yeah.
if they did something like that.
Which honestly, I would prefer something like that. Like get away from that. Make it for teenagers, people who are more adultish to watch.
Yeah.
And,
Definitely.
Because like that's what. Yeah, that you know how we're gonna know what's gonna make us have a good vision of that when we watch Moonlight. Moonlight is gonna give us fucking the perspective of what a killer hero can pull off in business. Honestly.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that, because really Moon Knight is one of the the trailer. Remember, reminded me of Daredevil, like the first trailer of Daredevil,
Okay.
with the fight scenes in the hallways and all that stuff. But we'll see what happens. Like you said, I think Moon Knight will definitely show me like, all right, where are you going with this? Are you trying to make it like you said, like even if it's TV-14, to do a TV-14 movie or Netflix show or like kind of thing, Disney stuff. I keep saying Netflix, but yeah, we'll see with that. But this movie revitalized my faith because I was just like everything was lackluster a little bit. Like Shang-Chi was like it was good, but it
Well,
was
they
alright.
had their time, but you know what it is, and I agree because like, and you've been saying that like, it was lackluster. And the only one I thought Black Widow was decent. Like it's a movie I could watch randomly, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi is more like, oh, you want to watch a funny Marvel movie that you usually get through it? Then I could put somebody on for that shit. But like, yeah, all the movies were very stagnant. Like it was like we're just trying to get you here. Like
Yeah.
just follow what we're trying to do. Like, and that's basically what they did. Because if you think about it, all the end credits was basically those movies.
yeah,
It was the end credits is what made those movies that made us go like, all right, now we know where we're going, and then Spider-Man opened everything back up. Yeah.
open everything up.
Like, opened
So for the spoilers, well, basically just a run through. Because I was like the trailer kind of gives you like a misdirection almost.
no, they definitely did a decent direction on that.
So the whole thing is, he wants everyone to forget, like the trailer says, that he's Spider-Man. I thought right then when Doctor Strange was doing that, he messed up the whole universe.
Yeah.
But he condenses it in that
He was
little
able to
box.
control certain things, yeah.
That little box holds that spell in there, and that's where you get the Doctor Strange fight with him. And one thing I was trying to figure out in the Doctor Strange fight, because what happens is like Peter Parker takes a thing like not because basically they find these like Doctor Octopus and Green Goblin and stuff like that, and Doctor Strange says like, yo, they're all gonna go back to the universes they die. So, but they're not from here, so blah blah blah. And Spider-Man's like, nah, don't do that. That's why you take the box, because once the box is unloaded, then the spell goes, whatever. So Spider-Man takes the box. That's where you see the little fight from the trailer. But there was that thing where he does the astral planing,
Okay.
and then Spider-Man's nerves kept it. So
Yeah. You spider sense. You look at it when you was in the
yeah,
you see
the
the
spider
spider.
sense.
Because
Yeah.
like I said it to my nephew, I was just like, nah, it's spider sense. Like I was like, look at the visual. Like actually look at it, and you could see that they made it like that's their little homage to having a little thing. Like it popped out, and his body's just naturally doing it because it's spider sense. Like a dead spider
Maybe
will
not.
move.
Maybe.
Nah, dead spiders will like you could actually like punch certain spiders and they'll still move it depending on how you kill it.
Yeah.
So like that's why I enjoyed it because it was the natural reflex of like just the spider senses being like, nah, fuck you, like
Yeah.
you're not
And
doing it.
that was really
yeah, like,
but it was almost like it was Infinity War in a sense that you got little fights here and there. Like you got that little
and
fight.
they
Weren't epic. They weren't epic by any means, but
yeah, because like the Doctor Strange fight was obviously not meant to be a violent fight scene. It was just showing it was epic in its own aspect of watching how they fought. Like you gotta learn like think about how Doctor Strange was fighting him using the portal shit and how Spider-Man was moving. Like
yeah.
it was a smart fight scene and it was cool. Like it was mad fun. Like
Yeah.
all the fights were mad fun. Like
Yeah,
honestly.
I'm not downplaying the fights. I'm just saying it's not the epic fights that we got in war, but because they didn't last like long. It was kind of
It
like
wasn't, they weren't.
maybe
wasn't
15
meant for that.
minutes,
Yeah.
20 minutes the most. But you get those little fights here and there because even when he fights Doc Ock, when that whole thing happens, it was cool, small fight. It was but it was cool like when Doc Ock kind of took his AI because his things are AI. But then he figured out like, oh, I'm gonna control your arm now because I still have my suit on me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, at first I thought like, oh shit, he's gonna have like repulsor rays and shit coming out.
Which would have been actually dope because I
Yeah.
kind of thought that too. Once I seen it on the picture, like for the movie, whatever, they had the red on the tentacles. I was like, all right, he's gonna be Doc Ock, but like with a twist to it. So I was like, so now this is good because you see what Jimmy Fox was. So I was like, oh, so we're gonna get every character with the Marvel twist.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I love when you really realize what they did with Green Goblin. is why they did it, because niggas, man, I've been waiting for that hoodie for
Yeah.
a minute. Like I want it,
They
like
did a
that
couple
little
things.
thing, like the little keys are just like, it's like my nerdism in that. And like, yeah.
I think that was the whole thing too. This is where you gotta love Marvel,
Mhm.
because they take, because you saw it in Thor Ragnarok, where everyone was bitching about like, but the Infinity Gauntlet wasn't the thing,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
sister was going through
Like,
it, and
it's
they were
fake.
just like, it's fake. Oops, and she touched to the side. That shut everybody up that was complaining about that,
Basically.
right? Because they were trying to give us a tease, and then that's how I think that's when they were starting to notice like,
Nah, they
these
probably
people are
reshot.
fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
So what they did here was everyone made fun of the original Green Goblin's mask. Like, oh, it's like Power Rangers. You got to nod his head and the thing doesn't move. What he did was, in the movie, when he goes by himself, like after the bridge scene, that he goes by himself and it looks like he's turning into Norman Osborn, and he has that discussion thing again with Green Goblin, and then he breaks the helmet. And I think the breaking of the helmet was like, all right, Sony, you fucked up that one.
Yeah.
We're not going to give him the helmet no more. Now he's just going to do this, but they did do the hoodie. I was kind of hoping for the real.
I was waiting for the rest of it. No, don't get me wrong. I was
Yeah.
saying, like, I thought the last fight scene, like, because I was like, I already knew, like, they paying homage to everything in the so fucking right way that you let Green Goblin be who he was, the best fucking villain. Besides Doc Ock, he was the best villain.
And the thing I liked about it, when you watch the movie, this is what I was hoping for, but I was knowing it because of the end fight scene.
Yeah.
But I was all right, he's gonna come out last. But I was just like, and anybody that's a Spider-Man fan knows that that's his nemesis. Like that's his Kingpin to Daredevil. Like that's what it is. It's Magneto to X-Men. That is what he is. So if you didn't do anything like that, like if you didn't do anything with him, I would have been a little bit. I would have been like, "Yo, you fucking stupid."
But they did it right.
But
They kind of, in a weird way, they built the villains around him. When you really think about it, like how, because they introduced him, but they introduced him
Yeah,
so different the way they introduced her. Like they introduced him with the quick, like, I'm here, but that's it. That's all you're gonna get.
yep.
And then they slowly start building him, and then they oh man, they do so much that's just right. Like
Yeah.
it's like the scene in like the first Spider-Man movie when he's doing the Norman Osborn talking to his alternate personality.
Ego, yeah.
And they brought it back. And they just show it, and then he's like, nah, fuck it, like boom, the fanfare for the master. It's like stupid little shit like that, like how Jamie Foxx was basically explaining, like, oh, he was trying to get to have his normal body type shit.
Yeah.
And boom, they finally gave it, like they gave it to him in the right way. It was just like, y'all doing everything fucking kind of right.
And again, that was another, and this is, I'll talk about what I think is going to happen in the future. But, and we might have someone come into the podcast in a second, but we'll see. But my opinion on that was kind of like, all right, we see the mess up. We see what they did. So they were just like, everyone hated the blue ultimate version of Electro. So they bring good, like, you know, Jamie Foxx instead of being the square, doofy looking, comb over guy.
They made it fucking better though, because you gotta realize, like,
every time he charged up, he
but
did the
not even
mask
that. Like, I know that was great. Don't get me wrong, I love all of that, but I love how they brought him into it. Like, they did not give you Jamie Foxx into everything happened with Sandman and shit. Like, you still got the shitty version.
Yeah.
They fixed it after, and then you like, what the hell? Like, that's what made it cool for me, because I was like, cool, because they did jump off with the shitty version. I was like, they fucking tricked us. And I was like, no, they didn't. And they brought it back. Like, I was like, cool.
And I like how Marvel's so smart that they took Iron Man's repulsor ray as his energy source.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, this energy is crazy. And I was just like, damn, you're doing it so well. Like, Sony, just give all the rights to them. Just give it up. Give it up. They just fixed all the universes.
They're never going to give all the rights, but they will pay percentage-wise. It's always going to be percentage.
But give them all the rights to the movies. How about this? Movie rights to them, you get toy rights.
You can't really do that because of the aspect of why it's hard to get good Marvel games. Why it's hard to get certain things.
I know.
Like, it's just what it is.
I know.
I mean, I could go into this where it's like, why, honestly,
I'm
the
just
last
saying
Marvel
movies.
vs. Capcom
I
was trash.
care about the movies.
Like, you know?
All I care for movies.
No, I know, but that's the thing. Like, they all go hand in hand, though, because I felt that same way until I started to realize. When, like, I put it like the best way, like I was saying, but Marvel vs. Capcom, that whole shit trying to work out shit with companies took fucking X-Men out of Marvel vs. Capcom and destroy the fucking franchise that nobody hated. It's a beloved franchise in the last game they made
Yeah.
since they had no X-Men in it, and it basically lost its essence. Like,
Well, they had like Phoenix and shit,
no,
right?
they didn't. They had no
Marvel
fucking
vs.
X-Men.
Capcom?
No, the last one that they made, the one that you don't have.
Oh.
Like they only have basically the Marvel Disney characters.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you on that.
And I don't like that. I want them to
Yeah.
be able to make a deal where they can all like, yo,
Yeah.
you have these rights for this and this aspect, and we all get fair game. That would be a better way. Like,
No, I
because
agree
that's
with you.
kind of
I
how they
agree.
did with the Tom Holland deal.
Yeah,
Like-
I agree with you on that aspect because I don't want them to ruin making good content.
'Cause-
But
But
Sony
Disney will
makes
do
pretty
that. Disney
movies.
will ruin other content
Yeah.
because they have content for one thing.
Well, they did that with the comic books as well
Yeah.
because they own the Marvel
And
comic
that's
books.
why I feel like
and
they all go hand in hand because
Yeah.
it's like you can't let one person control everything.
that's why they did Inhumans instead of X-Men
Mhm.
because they didn't have the rights yet. But all right, well, I was gonna say.
The freaking, I was, all that shit. Like, this is, let's see, trying to think. Honestly, like, it was funny because I thought for a second, and it's weird because I feel like he does deserve it. Sandman should have gotten more of an aspect, but I know they're working off the Sandman that's from the movie
Yeah.
and the character that he was. But I was like, Sandman should have got his own fight scene. Like, to introduce him instead of saving Spider-Man, thinking like, oh,
No. You know why? I like that aspect because to me it was like if you watch the third movie.
but he wasn't two people thing. I know.
Yeah, like he went from good, but I'm just in a bad situation.
No. That's what
And
for
he
his
went to
character
bed.
it made
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. But then you saw that they did the same thing where it was just like, did you fucking kill him? And he was
No.
stop.
And that's why I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like
It would have been nice to have a
I still
solo.
kind of want a solo, like, because I enjoyed in part
Mhm.
3. One of my favorite part 3 Spider-Man Tobey Maguire version is that fight scene with him and Sandman before he turns into the giant version,
yeah.
like when they're fighting in the bank truck shit.
Yeah.
Like I like that. I was like, that was one of my favorite scenes of that movie. And it's like I want him to have more like, but I'm more like every character I wanted each one of them to have a solo fight scene. Like
I do.
and then
No. Yeah.
go into the big
Yeah.
shit.
See,
Yeah.
100% true because I'm a Lizard fan,
Mhm.
so I was just like, oh, they kind of punked him out, but
They
you
didn't
gotta,
use him as much as they could have.
but you
Right.
gotta understand, like, you have the Lizard, and then you have Sandman,
Yeah.
who can turn his body into fucking hard Santa. Then you have Electro, who can just do this. Doc Ock, I kind of like his role, sort of, kind of. Like, I'm kind of weird about it because in the comic books he has more of a role.
All right, but no, I get what you mean. Because there was a part with the Doc Ock part, like obviously that we all were like, oh, what the fuck, like, because we thought he was gonna turn bad, but he did good. It was one of those funny like good back and forth because I was like, fucking Doc, like Doc. But that's just me. Like as my fan, like Doc Ock is probably number 3 on my list of like Spider-Man villains that I love like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like.
Well-
It's like cool, great fight scene, but it's like fuck, nigga, like why you gotta turn on?
I might be mistaken. So I think Doc Ock created the Sinister Six.
Yeah,
So that's why I was just kind of like,
that's why one of the things that is funny, like, because like Don said, my nephew, he was saying, he was just like the whole time, like he was like, they keep giving Green Goblin, like Green Goblin is the one that you need to lock up. Like he's the crazy one, like, and it's basically what it was. Like Green Goblin wasn't part of that group. Like they were actually working as a group against Spider-Man at the end. Green Goblin coming at the end the way he did shows that he was just being a solo act.
see, but I liked it because he kind of masterminded.
No, he did mastermind all of it.
Oh shit! Hopefully we could hear him.
Like,
Ruben's coming in, as you see.
yeah.
We're just waiting for his audio to come up.
Like that scene, all right, the scene, all right, we're gonna let me make a quick jump.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh,
Yeah, we were just talking about the movie, whatever. And yeah, there's no video, so you're good.
oh, yeah, I took there was an option for that. I'm like getting dressed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to tell our viewers that.
Exactly. Too much information.
Yo,
But,
Andrew, you kid like them, like you just vanish.
I know
I thought
he was he's refilling a drink, which I need to do too.
So fucking what I was saying before.
Oh yeah, we're just jump in whenever you need to jump in, and then we're actually your opinions.
You
and shit
gotta
like
raise
that
your
later.
hand or something. I don't know.
We're raising. I like how they have this whole government on here. Ruben Parker. Oh, Peter Parker. Oh shit. I am Miles Morales.
You were
now.
the Black Spider-Man.
He is black and Puerto Rican.
I'm the fifth Spider-Man. I'm black. Oh,
And I gotta give Jimmy Fox. Like they really, we're giving praise on what Marvel does and Disney does fix and make great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like this was like a redemption for Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Like I felt like even though like he was one-liners and very simple, but it was like, damn, it was like I was so happy to see Jamie Foxx again. Like it was like I felt like I was seeing Jamie Foxx all over again.
Yeah.
Like it felt great. Like,
but you could tell, maybe it's because of his acting. I felt like he was enjoying playing the character
this
now.
version.
Yeah.
Nah, but he did say in an interview like he made the joke about the Sims aspect, like he was wearing Sims. And he said, like, he was like, nah, like, I'm happy that I get to be this type of version of myself in the movie. And he deserves this shit, honestly. He didn't deserve to be Blue in the other Spider-Man. Personally, I was like, oh, you got fucking Jamie Foxx and you told him to be a Blue person.
What happened?
Ruben?
Oh,
Phone lines, I would have hung up on him and told him to be
Yo, Ruben, how did you like seeing Daredevil?
Yeah.
I said, how did you like seeing
What?
This is definitely like a radio show fucking interview right
Yeah.
You told me what? Like seeing him?
Yeah, like, did you like it?
I'm pretty sure I liked it. Like I thought it was gonna maybe show him do a little bit more, but it's like I guess like a nice little teaser to show that he's like I'm here, which means I'm gonna be here in the future. Like, caught this brick for you.
This is my last movie.
You know, but that's what that actor is. Like that actor, I don't really seen him in anything I heard. Like Daredevil was what he was, and like that's who that is. I know he has another show apparently, like that kept him relevant, but that Daredevil is who he is. Like when he sat down with those glasses on, I was just like, that's my Daredevil.
That's mine.
That's my Daredevil. I don't want nobody else.
I bet you Ben Affleck's mad, like, you could put me in this fucking movie?
No. Did you not watch Justice League for 4 hours and wonder why I didn't put a book in my head?
Do you understand how mad I would have been? Like, oh, Daredevil's here helping Spider-Man. Oh, no, you got the other Daredevil too? No! Get him out of here.
That would be the one time I would
Let him be one of the Batmans. Let DC try to fucking do another multiverse.
Oh my God, they're going to do that. I just thought about that. DC is so big hurt right now because they're about to see how much money Spider-Man is making not being on the screen, just straight to movie theaters again. Like, yes, people will go outside for a movie they really want to see. And that ass is going to make them think of some shit. We might get Batman Beyond finally.
Maybe.
Might get it. Because I promise you, with this Christian, what's his name?
I'll be right back.
Like the kid is playing Batman. The kid.
I don't know his name.
The Twilight kid.
Twilight.
Yeah, the Twilight kid. I'm sorry, but when everybody sees that part in the trailer where you hit the glass and you yell and nobody understands.
Everyone laughed.
Yeah.
Everyone laughed in the theater because it's kind of like, and he had the Batman mask on, but this is the difference. You punched the glass, but it looked like you didn't do nothing.
You look like a little kid.
Yeah. Like, if you were going to make that, I'm not a director, but if you were going to make that scene make anything, let him punch the glass and crack.
What?
So you could be like, oh, you know, like, so mad, but he, like when you watch the Batman trailer and he punches the glass, like talking to Riddler. What the other thing is, why is he talking to Riddler from glass like a prison fucking guy? Like the cops are just like, all right, pat you down, you don't got any fucking. But you punch the glass, and again, no feeling. You don't hear the doom.
We gotta stop saying this shit because we got mad. And nigga did not punch the glass. He's straight wrestling on the glass, and that's what makes it even funnier. Like he's not.
You were like,
what the fuck are you saying? Like my God, like Christian Bale ruined Batman for everybody apparently. Everybody got a horror about Batman.
Yeah.
Like the fuck? Like,
Let's get back to Spider-Man. The
yeah,
goodness.
God,
The goodness.
happiness, Spidey all day. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on.
What? Hold on.
He's not even on camera.
Ruben's getting dressed like he probably has like one leg up on the bed.
We're gonna fucking. He's gonna turn the camera on. He's gonna be hanging upside down.
Oh my god, that'd be bad. I'm Spider-Man right now.
But fucking all right. Let's keep going with the Spider-Man love.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
get into the thing. You know, obviously.
Oh, man.
What?
We're gonna say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something. Making to stop the show for you, Ruben? You don't say nothing?
Yo, the thing was like breaking up. My bad.
I know, nigga. That's what
Like
I've been saying for like the last 5 minutes.
You don't got Wi-Fi, nigga? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Nah, it's the Wi-Fi. I just got off the Wi-Fi. Like I'm.
Yo, Wi-Fi been acting funny. That shit was acting funny in the movie theater for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, I'm back here.
So what, in your opinion, was your biggest pop? Like, where you were mad excited when you watched the movie?
It might have been legit when the Spider-Mans came into the scene.
Oh, okay, both
Like
of them?
just seeing them, I think that was like legit like the best part. Seeing like
Same.
Spider-Man.
And to explain to everyone, what is
Yeah.
it? Tom Holland's friend, I forgot what they call him. Ted?
Ned.
Ned.
Ned, yeah.
He did his magic thing. There was a couple things like, oh, my family's magic. I knew they're setting up for something. So he did.
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
Yeah, he was doing the ring thing, and he was like, "Oh, I want Spider-Man to come here." So you see a Spider-Man in a costume, like, who the hell is that? Like looking into the wormhole, and they thought it was Tom Holland, which we all knew it wasn't. But it was like, all right, maybe that's gonna be Tobey Maguire. He comes out in a Tobey Maguire suit, and everyone's like, "Yeah!" And then Andrew Garfield takes off his mask, and then he was just like, "Yeah!" It was a clap fest over there.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
You should have went to like fucking other live events.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas are great.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he said, all right, let's try again. And we got grown man Tobey Maguire. He did look old as shit.
Nah, and I like that though.
Yeah, he did.
Like this is part of the conversation I had with my nephew when I was taking him back to the crib. Fucking, we were talking about. He was like, oh, like he's older. Like he looks older now. Like, and I was like, you gotta remember, like this isn't him from right after we watched him. This is him being Spider-Man. Like he's the veteran Spider-Man out of the Spider-Man technically.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why
He got the most experience.
That's a back joke. That's why
Yeah.
they do. Like his jokes were more adult and more fun for me because he was playing that role. And that I said when he was like, "Who's Spider-Man 1? Who's Spider-Man 2? Who's Spider-Man 3?" They was like, "No, nigga, Tom Holland's 1. We know Tobey Maguire's 2. Andrew Garfield just 3. Ass go fucking figure out that shit." Nigga, like your best fucking thing was finally redeeming yourself.
See, this is why Marvel was so good.
Honestly, no, don't get me wrong. Andrew Garfield's character in the movie was fucking amazing, and I love the fact that they kept playing towards
his emotional.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
like-
saying. That's what I like about this movie. They kept like each Spider-Man them and they
Yeah.
play on it hard. And he's like,
Yeah.
I love you guys. And it just looked at him like, okay, we love you too.
That's what's great about Marvel because they play to the fans now. So they were just like, all right,
Yeah.
you don't like him so much because he's
So
emotional.
we're gonna make him emotional jokey in a way.
Yeah. And almost every scene he's in, this motherfucker's crying.
Like,
But I was just like, what are you crying for real
no,
crying?
but he was either crying or he was like in awe, like, oh, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? Like he was like, his character really did fit with the three of them because he was that lost Peter Parker
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Like he was.
He
Like,
was.
remember
Yep.
In the movie, he did the phone thing when he caught the phone, but he hit himself in the face when he
Yeah.
caught the phone. Shit, like he was that clumsy, regular aspect
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
He was the emo Spider-Man.
Yeah. And then Tobey Maguire was the more adult.
Cut my life into pieces.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was a better aspect. Like he played that fatherly role. That's why at the end, what happened? Like he literally, like they literally was like, "Your Godfather Spider-Man." They pretty much gave that to him.
You want to hear something sad? You know,
Wait, what?
Stan Lee would have loved this movie
Oh yeah.
to be in it.
Oh, that's a fact.
I would have loved to see him with the three Spider-Man. I'd be like,
Yeah. Steve Ditko's kind of mad because that's the artist. To
Yeah.
Spider-Man, he's probably like, no, put this fucking movies. I fucking drew him. I drew Spider-Man.
But yeah, like
If I was the artist, I would be mad too. I was like, I gave the vision, motherfucker.
I know,
I should be out here
and that's
in the
whole
fucking movie.
You never, like, I would never deny that when it comes down to those conversations with comic book shit like that. Like, yes, the person that could make the story, thank you. The person that could draw it out for me to see it, thank you too. Because both of
That's
y'all
a fact.
fucking book is what it is. Like, you can get a shit story and ill drawing, you know what I mean? Or you
Yeah.
get a fucking great story and bullshit drawing. Like,
Yeah.
nobody, like, the drawings of our life, like how we grew up, like, it makes us feel the way, like, you know, fuck everybody, because we spoiling this shit. The end of that movie made me cry for 3 times. Because I cried.
He said for 3 times.
Yo.
I cried that damn hard.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie though. Cause I was like, yo, if I was watching this by myself, I probably would have teared up
Yeah.
like 4 times.
that's a
Maybe,
fact.
Like, Aunt May knows.
Like, goddamn.
Now the tears were there. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna never lie. I walk around with a Spider-Man.
Like,
You
we
already
just
know.
watched the baby grow up, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's my child.
Yeah, nah, man, that shit was
For
cool.
real, like,
And then to see my man put on the listen. All right, I really try not to.
Other bad guy.
For the MCU and Tom Harden, I really played the. I'm a rock with this because I'm enjoying it. But I'm a Spider-Man fan without the tech. I'm a pure Spider-Man. So the costume part was always fucking with me because it was a little bit of that hit the black, the little things to it that they made unique for themselves, and I understand why they did it. I got it. But the fact that you're basically like, I never felt closure in my life until today.
that's a fact. Nah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Like I fucking felt like,
But it was
oh my
beautiful,
God, like,
though.
I
It was
waited
beautiful.
so fucking long to finally have like this thing happen that see like once I see the sewing machine and I seen the blue and red, I was like, nah, he's about to jump out that window in the original looking Spider-Man suit that I fucking love to death. And then see that and then to see how clean it looks, like now I can't wait to see the next, like I know the next movie's not gonna be until like another 3-4 years. But it's like shit, like I can't fucking
Sucks.
wait. Not, but Tom Harden needs to take a break. He's been doing mad shit. He said he wants to take a break. He's not done being Spider-Man. He just wants to take a break. Like he's been working.
Well, the MCU said that if every time you see Spider-Man, it's gonna be Tom Holland, though.
Yeah, nah. Tom Harden is only taking.
So
He's taking nigga. He just went. He did Spider-Man, this amazing, unbelievably fucking great movie, and then he did fucking Uncharted, which I honestly believe Uncharted is gonna be solid. Not gonna be fucking like amazing. But I like with Mark Wahlberg and him. Honestly, I feel like that movie's gonna be an entertaining movie.
Say we just said we were gonna about Uncharted in the theater.
oh yeah, I'll play that shit, man. Fuck with
Yeah, that's right.
You over here waiting for
goddamn wanna be Tomb Raider looking ass.
Yo, my nigga.
Yo, where's what's his name? What's that dude on Uncharted? Is it Nate? What's his freaking
Yeah.
name? Whatever his name is, give him some short shorts. Two guns.
bro, you do know that Halo's about to be canceled probably faster than any TV show ever, right?
Oh.
You said TV show?
Yeah. The Halo TV show ain't gonna last.
Nigga, we talking about the games right now. Why you talking about a whole TV show?
I pay Paramount to watch fucking South Park. I would not pay Paramount to watch a live action Halo.
Because you know what? You're not about the Halo life.
It
wasn't there. You know what I mean? You didn't
The only
experience.
fucking-
You
the
didn't
only
play
game
with
that I ever
friends. You
played that
didn't
has a
shoot
fucking
people
gun
like
that's supposed to be heat
ha.
and
You
don't do
suck
shit.
your ass. Get off this game.
What? Oh, I know this nigga.
You wasn't there.
Oh, he did. He did.
Bro,
That's another
Wait,
podcast,
Stay-
people.
stay on your
That's a
shit
challenge.
that you play. Halo is out of your era, nigga. You were
Oh.
still too young to be on that Halo
Oh,
shit with me.
you said you
What
young.
are you talking
You're
about?
young.
Like,
I
don't
grew
make
up
me really
on
come out
Halo.
here and
What
pull
you
out the
mean?
Halo shoes.
I feel
Halo
bad. For, like,
2.
we're disturbing his mom. He's probably
Yo, bro, let me tell you about my Halo 2 like career, bro. I was sponsored
That
for Halo 2.
career
I had a
was
team.
fucking-
I had a whole team.
Nigga,
I was
never
about to
won
get
a team.
like
You know
fly
who I
out to
am?
Florida to do tournaments, but then my
I think
dad
this
shut
nigga
that
know
down
who
because I
I
was
am.
young.
Nigga,
That's
I
all right,
run
though.
Dolo. That's why I'm nice. Never forget
Dolo,
that.
but when
I
you
run
play,
Dolo.
it's like it's like 4v4. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's 4v4, my guy.
Hey, yo, I used to play Gears of War and do 2-on-1s and win. So
That's cute.
Nigga, like,
Two-
listen,
I was about to 2-on-1. God damn, bro. I used to take like 3-on-1 or 4-on-1s like Halo 2.
Listen, I walk
You ever
anytime I
heard
touch an
Overkill?
Xbox controller, I feel like I'm playing my little cousin. That's what it is. I'm playing
Oh.
younger people than me. I'm playing people
Oh.
that
Playing
haven't
younger
evolved
people?
into a great system. The greatness.
It's alright. It's alright. You just can't handle it. It's too much. It's too much.
Back to Spider-Man. And how great the video game is, the Xbox doesn't care.
Oh, yo, you like, I'm on the like I'm on the phone with like Andrew and Nick.
I can't explain it like, oh shit, my bad. Then put that on my
Oh,
phone.
yo, Donovan said what's good.
Oh, what's up, Donovan?
Donovan.
Yo, send him the link so he can join on this stuff too.
He didn't even see the movie.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
You gonna just put him
Forget
on?
you,
Like, yo, what's
Donovan, for
good?
not coming to see the movie.
Yo.
Shit.
But anyway, we're going
All
back.
right, let's focus on the movie.
All right. So, you know, where we at? Where are we at right now?
We're like in the middle of the movie. We're like,
You said what's my favorite part, and then
like, it depends on what scene we didn't talk about.
Yeah. So we were talking
Besides all the
about
emotional shit.
we're talking about Green Goblin. Yeah, we're talking
Oh.
about the shit later, even though we spoiled it already. But the Green Goblin thing was kind of cool because what happened was when Peter Parker fought Doctor Strange to save them. Basically, he wanted to fix them before he sends them back to their universe, so they'll maybe not die. And yeah, I already knew what was gonna happen, but Green Goblin was the only one that like they made. I think only Doctor Strange made him go into the thing. But he was talking to Aunt May and Tom Holland and like, no, this other side of me is bad. Da, da, da. But Doctor Strange wasn't playing that. And he was just like, put them all in here. We're gonna kill them all. They all die. It's destiny. It is what it is. And then Peter Parker didn't like it. Right. And then it goes to they leave Doctor Strange without the ring somewhere. They just leave him in the glass universe, right? The mirror universe.
Yeah, because you still, I was like, this nigga just started breaking down the movie.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to fast forward. So then, what happens is Tom Holland takes everyone, all the villains, back to the
Taking back to Happy's house.
Happy's house, so they can fix people. So they fix Dr. Ock right away. Then they fixed Electro, but Electro was on the fence. Like, I don't know, this all feels too good.
Electro, because he
Well,
didn't
they-
get the
well-
shit. It's the like,
But
he
they-
had to think
Yeah,
honest, but he
yeah,
didn't
no
get the
thing.
main.
But
shit.
he was flip flopping. Sandman just wants to go back home to his daughter.
Yeah,
He put Lizard in the fucking truck. That was
should-
funny to see. Like, you never know what the hell he's gonna do.
do.
And then Green Goblin was plotting, which he good. Thank you for doing that.
So
Yeah.
here's one thing with the lizard shit. Wouldn't it have been interesting if you would have seen the lizard with the jacket on and he was actually walking like in the cartoon and talking?
See, that's why in Amazing Spider-Man when he did that, I was like, they give the hint to it
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
it instead of him just being a naked lizard. But it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you just tear it off your giant lizard and you want to kill people? So
No, that's a fact. Like, but that's why I like the lizard. Because honestly, one of the things like when they had them all locked up, they had the lizard in it, but they didn't really give much. And then it took a while for Jamie Foxx to like try to take it. Was after they finally got Norman Osborn in there, like to that part where
yeah,
Jamie Foxx turned around and is like, "Nah, I know that's Doc Connors and shit."
yeah,
And it was like, "Oh shit!" Like, so y'all all know each other. Y'all know. And it was like, "Oh, you could talk." And it was like, "Yeah." Like, honestly, he's one of those characters that I would have expected to talk because you are like you are a major character for Peter Parker as well.
yeah,
Because you're someone who was close to him before he turned into this.
yeah.
So it would have been kind of, but it's like, I guess it's kind of hard. Like the movie could have been almost 3.5 hours
I wish it
if you
was.
would have just let everybody have.
Oh yeah, me too.
More. I honestly,
You could have made that 4 hours.
I
would've been
watched
happy.
a lot of movies in movie theaters and just in general, like sitting down. But literally, when we went to go see Eternals, when your ass gets uncomfortable, my ass probably fell asleep. I don't even know. Like, I never felt like I was not gonna move from that chair until I knew I had to.
Yeah,
Because I was dead ass stuck there. Like, I had to see every fucking thing that was gonna happen.
Yeah, but that shit. That's why, like, to me, the movie was great. So then,
Yeah.
where Green Goblin flips it, he was just like, "No, I've been the Green Goblin almost the whole time. Like, no nonsense, weak. I'm not gonna have a cure for me. That shit don't work."
You gotta know when you get a voice change.
Shit happens. Another big fight scene. Aunt May dies. Aunt May dies, people.
You know,
Ruben, she died.
What happened? Oh yeah, I know she died, man. All that booty meat.
What'd you say, Ruben?
I said that booty meat.
That booty meat.
Yeah, man, it's a fact.
God damn, bro.
Beautiful one. Everybody loves Marissa Tomei, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei. I love Marissa Tomei. Fucking, I don't think I've not. I have not loved Marissa Tomei.
I don't remember the movies. Yeah.
So like to see her die, like, and I was like, oh, she didn't die. I was like, and then to see that, I was like, that was my first major cry.
I think that was the first major tear up.
Like the sad one, like the sad. I was like,
Yeah. No, don't do it.
No, sorry, pay attention to bring her back.
I wish I had the Kevin Hart. No.
to get through all of that shit,
Yo.
we get a lot of shit out of it though. Like, I know I've seen like a thing before the movie, like they're like, no, they're gonna say the classic Spider-Man quote, but everybody's like, so everybody in the comments was like, oh, it has to be Toby. Oh, it has to be this, like, because Toby has the most memorable version of it.
Yeah.
Because the way Uncle Ben died and everything. So like it made sense, but that had Aunt May do it, and then be like, oh, she died. Because honestly, when she said it, you would think like, oh, she's still gonna be alive, maybe.
That goes down to like what Doctor Strange said. Everything is fate.
Yeah.
Even in the multiverse, you know what I mean?
You know who I don't like to see in this movie at the end credits or something? Madam Web.
Cool.
That was a big possibility. Listen,
that would have been sick.
Before we get into the aspects of what possibly could have happened and what is going to most likely happen, we're going to get to this real quick. I just want to say this. And we're like, because let's say Doctor Strange did Infinity War, his movie.
Hey, that shit.
And maybe one other movie. Like his character's only been around for like 2 things.
He was in
Wait, who?
Infinity
Doctor
War.
Strange?
Infinity War.
He did Infinity War. He was at the end of Endgame, and he was at the end credit scene of Thor Ragnarok.
All right, but those are.
But he only did one movie, like basically
like the,
1.5 movies. Yeah.
So, and we're like.
We'll talk about the end credit.
No. I'm not talking about the end credit. I'm just talking about the character. I'm trying to get a character fucking credit. I love the way they portray Doctor Strange in this shit, and I love the fact that he's not the Sorcerer Supreme no more.
Yeah.
I love the fact
yeah.
Little things
so
like
he's not really
like
bound to, like, I guess you could say, rules.
Into the new Doctor Strange, so much better.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I just wanted to throw that out there, like, because I really felt like, yeah, he wasn't in the movie consistent, but he was such a great part of that movie as well for me. Honestly.
See, but
he was amazing.
He kind of played off the Iron Man role. He kind of he took over Iron Man's spot, you know, like
true.
Yeah,
I like the fight scene that they had though.
Like he's like, I don't want to do this, and he's like, fuck it, all right, I'm gonna have to do it.
The fight scene.
Say that. What you saying, Ruben?
Now that's how like the fight scene between Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Nah, that fight
scene it was so sick.
Yeah. Catch up, motherfucker! No.
Oh, my bad. Like I'm kind of like having a conversation with Donovan.
Yeah. No, but I like that too because Wong. I like that Wong is the guy now because in the comic books he's always the sidekick guy.
Yeah.
But I was just like, no. But then that's interesting because it's like, what is he planning? Because he was in Shang-Chi fighting with Abomination. Did you watch Shang-Chi, Ruben?
No, I didn't.
It's on Disney Plus. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
All right, give me Disney Plus, man.
Like a week ago, maybe.
Yeah. You better watch that shit. Did you watch?
Continue.
that like alone just the ass and sexiness ratio of the 2 bitches in the movie. I mean, 2 females in the movie is enough to make me watch that movie again.
See, if we were ever famous, we would never
it would
need
just be mad.
The whole episode would be like beep beep
Oh,
beep.
this shit for me.
Nah, nigga, Scarlett Johansson. I can't remember the other chick's name, but if you can't fantasize with those two, then I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So did you watch Black Widow, Ruben, or no?
Nah,
Yo, you're not my friend no more. I should kick you off the podcast.
yo, whoa. My last name is Park. You can't do that. You're fucking up the multiverse.
All right.
We gotta go to the end credits.
All right. Wait. All right.
What do you want to do? The fight scenes? Fight scenes is kind of hard to break down. Gotta rewatch it. There's certain shit that happened so
Alright,
bad. I'm not gonna lie, it happened fast because one of the things I liked about the fight scenes. All right, here I'll put a quick break of my fight scenes. Great, moving fast, doing certain shit. There were certain parts where the end fight scene, obviously with Tom Hardy and Green Goblin, was fucking fire. I love the first fight scene with them, honestly, too, when he got his ass whipped, because I read originally they put out a statement and the director said it, like that was his statement. He, in the movie, was supposedly supposed to take, what's his name? Sam Raimi? Yeah, Sam Raimi's direction aspect. So if you remember how Sam Raimi's movies were, they were very like, or slow motion or something. And I'm a nerd, so I'm looking, waiting every fight scene. So I was like, it has to be in a fight scene. And it hit me so fast that I was like, I'm happy I caught it. But the part where he breaks him through the glass, that's when they slow it down to do the Sam Raimi aspect. And then they go in. Because I was like, out of order, I was like, the only thing I didn't want was them to do when the people got like, Because I was like, all those movies.
Yeah.
It's the close up.
Well, even in Spider-Man 2, where they did the Doc Ock, like the steps, and they go doom, and then they did like a zoom in on somebody's face, and it was like doom, boom, zoom in.
Like I like the part with Doc. That I didn't care for the person's reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you bring a good point. But right before we get to the end credit scene, that fight between Tom Holland and William Dafoe as Green Goblin, I thought that shit was so cool. Like the way he was like he was almost like UFC fighting him, where you're taking the webs, grabbing his shoulders to uppercut knee him. He's flipping around.
Just to throw it out there, especially for Ruben, because Ruben doesn't know this because he doesn't have the opportunity of it. In the video game,
what are you talking about?
They do ship in the video. He was gonna take ship in the video game.
Yeah,
that was part of it.
Okay. Despite that, he said the video game you don't have because you have Xbox.
Wait, what? I'm kind of lost right now.
He was
wait, what part?
The fight scene with Willem Dafoe and Tom Holland at the end. There was something else that Nick was just saying that he liked, and I was like, they do that in the Spider-Man video game, the game that you can't play because you play Xbox.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
We're gonna agree to disagree. Don't play.
I can't wait till we do the podcast where you guys are yelling at each other. Even when I'm in Florida, I'm gonna be doing this kind of shit, and I'm just like, yo,
this guy gonna be instigating everything.
I will be.
I got some ideas for definitely a lot of different streams that we're gonna do to do it in this aspect.
Yeah.
But
what do you call it? So that fight scene to me, because it was kind of like, all right, you take the arch villain who was supposed to be the mastermind. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could have made it another hour. I would have been happy. You could see him doing stuff in the background. But take the arch nemesis, blah, blah. He has that fight, and he gets into that where this is where Spider-Man's like a genius character to me. It's like, you make him human. I want to kill you. Like, you killed the only thing I have left. I don't have my parents. I didn't have an Uncle Ben. You killed the only family I had. And I want to destroy you, motherfucker. And then I knew Toby, when he stopped it, I was like, oh, he's gonna get stabbed by Green Goblin.
Yo, when Toby stopped it, bro, his stare had me weak. It's like just that look he get. Yo, he just looked at him like.
Sam Raimi asked that, like, but that's the thing. Like, I said, I used the Godfather. Like, there was Andrew Garfield could not have done that.
Oh, that's a fact.
Would have been crying.
Yo, it would have been worse. Don't do it, Peter.
Number
one.
Don't do it.
Stop.
Like
Don't do
fucking Tobey Maguire landed and
He
Tobey
look like he's
Maguire
out of
said,
breath.
he was like, nigga, I know your pain. I did 3 movies too. That nigga never did 3 movies. I've been through mad shit.
Yo,
You don't know me. You just
Yo,
They disrespected the fuck out of him throughout that whole fucking movie, and I enjoyed it
yeah,
because it was like it was
But they give him
disrespectful, but it was respect.
yeah,
It's just respect where it's like, yes, him saving MJ
yo.
was great because it was great because yes, he deserved that feeling, but then it was even better because that actor when they're looking at I was like,
yo, that had me weak, son. He did say MJ. He's like, "You okay? Yeah." And then he's like,
yo, can I
and
get
she said, "Are you okay?"
Wait, hold
Yo,
on.
that-
Before you say that, I was laughing with Nakia because I didn't want to speak over everything.
Yeah.
But in the theater, you heard all the girls go.
Oh, no, that was real. I get I heard that. I was like, yo,
Yo, there was like,
Oh God!
there was like 5 girls sniffling. Probably grown ass men. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably grown ass men sniffling. Like every time Andrew Garfield came on the scene and he's like tearing up.
that's because in that age group, they live off that thing.
Yeah.
Yo, I was cracking up.
You know what I've seen happen to Mary Jane?
Yo, every time that shit happened, that's why I couldn't
Yo.
get emotional because I was just like, yo, it's making me laugh that other people are crying about this. Like,
Yo, what
if I was
happened
by myself, I probably
every
would've teared up.
time?
I know.
People were
Yeah.
clapping for like no apparent reason. He's
Yeah.
swinging.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Oh my God!
I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
like, yeah, I'm gonna in the aspect, like,
You
and,
see him getting all serious? He had to move his hat.
and yeah, because I'm gonna use him against himself. This is gonna be fun. Nigga, when was the last time we got into any movie, Marvel aspect that we had this crowd? The
Probably.
last time Endgame. And it was not even
Endgame.
as full as Endgame was,
Yeah.
honestly. So that's part of it. Like, they
No,
were
no.
thirsty to cheer everything that was related to what they wanted.
Yeah.
And that's what it was literally like. And I know I reference a lot of things to wrestling, but it's in the aspect of like a wrestling. Like when you get what you want, you applaud and you cheer, like in any aspect of something. So yeah, like don't get me wrong, I want that picture of the 3 Spider-Mans on the Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
Yeah.
that yo, and they was
I
all
want
like
there's some, they knew what
in
they
they
were doing.
pose, huh?
What did you say that again, Ruben?
I said they was like all in like their own pose.
Yeah.
You know how like
that's what made it
Spider-Man 1,
cool.
he had like always posed like that. Oh
Yeah.
man, that was so sick.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
supposed
need a
to
tattoo like that.
Like that's just
Do it, Ruben.
like that's just going to my Spider-Man selection on my wall when I do my Spider-Man area. It's like, yo, I'm gonna have that poster of the 3 of them. Like, that shit's fucking epic. Like, that
Yo,
was cool as fuck. I love how Tobey Maguire did not be Spider-Man until he had to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's how great he is as Spider-Man. That his
That's a
character is
fact.
just there and he's doing his shit. And then they were just like, you gonna dress like this? And he's just like,
Yeah.
nigga, I've been ready.
Nigga, see, yeah, he did it like,
Yeah,
motherfucker, I wear the colors all day.
yeah, like,
And then,
Yo, gang, gang.
Alright.
Y'all amateurs,
Alright,
y'all
here's
walk
my
around
question.
like this. Don't even know.
I've been
Incognito all
doing
the
this
time.
before you,
I'm
son.
pretty sure Nick probably
Bitch.
called it when they have the scene where they introduced the 2 other Spider-Man. When they talked to Tobey Maguire, you do realize he said he was already there.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Both him and Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield wasn't already there. Andrew
No.
Garfield came from his role.
No.
He never said he was there.
No,
I didn't catch him say that.
He said he was already there. That's why they were fighting, because they were fighting before. That's why when they were fighting, they was like, it
that's why
was
he said what
you.
he said.
Blah,
Yeah.
blah. That's
No,
why.
'cause I know when he said the other Spider-Man, I was thinking he was
You
talking
got-
about Tom Holland.
Think about the
But I don't think
cartoon.
those 2 were, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean now. Like, it makes even more sense
Yeah.
now. Because, like, Andrew Garfield, I was thinking, like, and this is why, all right, Andrew Garfield is a bad Spider-Man in his own weird way. Because that vision of seeing him made me automatically assume where he was in his universe, in a dark alley, looking miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not Andrew Garfield's version of Spider-Man.
Yeah, the emo.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't come off like he was in this universe, in this world. It looked bad. So like when he came, I thought he was coming from his world.
See, Andrew Garfield was in
Yeah, I
the
thought the
first
same
movie.
thing too when I first saw him.
Yeah, you thought it was Toby or him?
Oh no! At first, I thought it was Toby because of how like it
The
looked
costume.
like his outfit,
Yeah, that's what.
and then when he
everyone
got closer, I was like, "This is not gonna be him." 'Cause I said they can't do this to Toby. He's too like he's too
skinny.
epic. No, he's too no. You can't just bring him like that to show him. I'm in the
Tobey
alley.
Maguire is not taking off his mask to do that because he's fucking Spider-Man. Like, all right, and here's one of the things. All right, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. One of the critiques that they say, they go, "Oh, it's more about Peter Parker than Spider-Man sometimes." Especially because of the third movie.
Yeah,
Because the third movie
Yeah.
kind of fucked that up in a way. But at the end of the day, it's like, nah, nigga, we like the Peter Parker. Like, niggas were yelling in the movie theater jokes from the original Spider-Man about paying your rent and the pizza on time.
yeah.
Why? Because we enjoyed Peter Parker being Peter Parker. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Oh man, see that's interesting to me. That, but did you know they took something out from the trailer?
I don't know. I haven't watched the trailer.
What you mean?
Doctor
Which-
Strange says in the trailer, "I can't hold them."
Yeah, all right. He did.
Oh yeah, he did said that.
Waiting, and you could see when they were showing. So they
Yeah,
showed Rhino, they showed Craven. And
I
I was
honestly
hoping Venom
thought-
was going to break through. I was thought Venom was going to be the one like to fall through and land on the Statue of Liberty, and they were going to do like a quick fight. And that's when Tobey Maguire was going to be like,
That would've
that's
been
the
cool.
alien that I had to fight. And
Yo,
then I would have been like,
everyone
let's go.
would have got up and jumped.
Yeah.
Everyone would have been drop kicking people in the head. That's fucking awesome.
I'm done for no reason.
That would have
That's
been,
who. Bow.
I would have never probably, I mean, I'm not going to say that because I'd be alive. I would always watch Spider-Man movies. But that would probably be the end for me, like where like there's no other Spider-Man movie that could ever top what
Yeah,
I just got.
but that
Like-
makes me
Oh,
think
that
though.
Spider-Man movie is pretty like. How he topped this? You know, matter of fact, we talk about this at the end of
No, you can
the
top it.
podcast.
You could definitely top
Bye.
You
it.
can stop it because one of the end credit scenes we're about to talk about.
Yep.
So, anyway, with that scene, when you take out something like that, like I can't hold them back, or I can't, because I don't know if he says in the trailer, I can't hold him back, I can't hold them back. One of the guys, at first I thought was the God Butcher that's going to be in Thor, the first guy with the spear.
Okay.
I was like,
Nah,
oh
that's
shit,
pretty
but then I was like, no, he has a sword. But it looked like he had tentacles coming out.
I felt like that too, but at the same time, I was like, maybe it was just in their own way, like they tease, but not.
But
so
I think it
fully.
was just the thing. So that's why I
That's how I
told
want it.
Ruben,
Put the mane on them.
put the mane on, it's like, that's that. And then they showed Rhino, and I was like, oh shit, that's Rhino. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I could have paused it so I could be like,
Nah, because there was multiple people in there. It was just
That's-
certain ones that let you see.
that's when they opened up everything. I was like, fuck, I can't. But,
AKA, that's Disney Marvel's tease to everybody. So by the weekend, there will be a YouTube video out there where somebody actually got the scenes and they freeze frame it. And they're going to break
Oh,
down
yeah,
all
that's
right,
a
like,
fact.
this character, that character,
yeah,
this person that looks like it could possibly be this character.
yeah.
That's who's going to end up happening.
Well, I heard that the next movie is going to be Sinister Six, but I don't know how they're going to do it.
Well, it's Sinister Six, and at the same time, like I was telling your sister when we were talking about it, fucking, they already talked to the what they call them, the Russo brothers, the guys who did the Endgame, and the person asked them, they were like, "Would you come back on to do like Secret Wars for Marvel?" And they were like, "Yeah, we'd be willing to."
Oh,
So yeah, that's basically where they're going.
that's why you need Madam Web, even though she wasn't in the original, but she was in Spider-Man.
Nah, I get it, but that's why like the end credit where we're gonna get into like that. I was like, this is what they're really doing because they're Marvel Disney's never losing any percent of Spider-Man ever again.
No.
Whatever percent they could hold that they could get, whatever they could do, they keep it on to it. So yeah, you could think it's they're staying by, but they're really not. They're just staying by to him
Yeah,
for the universe that they're working on. And two, they need him,
yeah.
honestly.
So let's talk about the end credit scenes. You ready, Ruben?
Yeah,
All right. So the first,
I'm ready.
the first one is Tom Hardy. So obviously everyone knows Tom Hardy's playing Venom in the Sony universe, and he was in the main Marvel universe because if you watch the Venom 2 movie Carnage, you see
The
that
end credit.
he was the end credit was him in a multiverse and they show Spider-Man.
He basically ends up where he was. He was in the same spot
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Yeah,
Which is
Mexico.
another reason why I complained about it.
Okay,
I didn't enjoy the end credit at all,
so
personally.
Tom Hardy's doing this. He's talking to Venom, but he's also talking to the bartender. Blah blah blah. So so there's superpowered people and Hulk and like they're just naming people, name dropping, and then he disappears
Yeah.
like everyone else did from the other universes. But they leave a little drop of Venom on the table.
That was the only thing that was actually good about the whole end credit.
Yeah. So my
Yeah.
my opinion on it though, because I'm trying to think long term.
All right, you want me to give you my opinion about you before
Go
you
ahead,
figure out that shit?
go ahead.
So basically, this is what's gonna end up.
We'll get to you right
This
after.
is what's happening. There's no maybe this is what's happening. They're doing a Secret Wars at a point in time. Spider-Man is
Well,
going
yeah.
to get that suit. Why? Because that's the suit he has in Secret Wars. AKA how he's going to bring in a X-Men team. AKA how he's going to have a lot more different. You don't even have to have the whole Fantastic Four just to have a couple of members just to know they're there. Like, you can have a lot of different aspects to it. Like the Secret Wars is going to help open up shit. Like there is no doors closed after this movie. There is nothing that closed. Sony is
When's the Secret War supposed to come out? My bad for cutting
Spider-Man,
off. Like what phase?
Spider-Verse,
My bad.
anime, that's their movie. They're never doing a live action Spider-Man movie again. They can't. They won't. They're not allowed to because Disney has that version aspect.
Yeah.
That's why Sony does the animated aspect. And then them getting rid of Tom Hardy, right? That's his name, Tom Hardy? Or whatever, Tom Hardy.
Holland.
Tom
Hardy, Venom.
Yeah.
Hardy.
Whatever fucking
There's too many Toms.
Yeah, Tom Hardy, like to get rid of
Too
fucking
many
that version of
times.
Venom the way they did for Leave the Suit was for now, Peter Parker, after having a conversation with Tobey Maguire, is gonna be like, oh, this is the Venom thing that he talked about, like the symbiote monster thing. AKA slash, they're gonna get rid of that shit and it's gonna go to a whole new version of Brock. I mean Eddie Brock, you know? I said Brock, I was thinking Brock Lesnar. There's gonna be a whole new an MCU version of Brock. I guarantee you.
So what-
That'd be sick.
So, what is your opinion, Ruben, about that end credit thing?
I mean, to be honest, I was kind of just watching it. You know what I mean? I was kind of like tight that they just showed him in that aspect, like, you know, just chilling there, having a drink. It was kind of like a comical type of thing. And then when the little thing was left there, I was like, yo, this little thing is going to be tight. Like, where's my, no, like, cool, where's my dad? Like, where's the rest of my suit? You feel me? So it's just like a little piece. Because
Okay.
what I'm trying to say, you think that little piece is going to be enough to, like, take over someone's body?
Yeah, nigga, it's a symbiote. It's a fucking parasite. It just takes you. Parasites take you. It doesn't take enough for a parasite to really take over your body.
I won't really want to see what they're going to do. And then listen to Andrew. I hope that they go that route, to be honest. Like, they make, like, a
That
whole
is
new
the
Eddie Brock,
smartest and best
and they
route.
do it right.
Yeah.
I hope, like, oh, bro.
Because they
I hope so.
literally can wipe their hands with it now. Like, if you really look at it, like they said it enough times in the movie, the aspect of a multiverse and multiple universes. So now we can't get mad at it. It's like, all right, yeah, Sony, you're allowed to do what you want, but yo, let us share a little bit of those rights and let us do our own shit too. And we can
That's basically what they
work it
did,
out,
yep.
you know, like, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where I feel like they're doing, because Sony can't be. Once Sony is already honestly in business conversations, they kind of went bankrupt and they kind of like their owner person got fired for some shit. Sony's in a bad place entertainment wise, in a way. So they kind of in a slow underhand shit. They need Disney to help them in the future, because honestly, Morbius is gonna be okay, but it's not gonna. Even if it's a good movie, it's not gonna make the money it should make. So if it's a good movie, it's not gonna be successful opening weekend like any other Marvel aspect movie. It's
Yeah,
just not.
true.
I want to know the time frame too.
And that's another thing. And that's why I was at this thing, like, because just to sit down, I was like, because she didn't know that Morbius was part of Sony. And I was like, yes. And that's why seeing the Vulture in that movie makes you know that, yes, they're not done with any of this. Because you can't just take one character from the MCU, throw him in Sony now just to be there for no reason. You're going to ruin movies like that. That makes no sense.
See, my aspect on it is, and we're talking about two end credit scenes, but we're talking about this one first. My thing is this: there's two things they could do with that, right? With the little drop of Venom on there. That's Marvel's way of saying, like you said, it's a multiverse, so you still have Venom for Sony with Tom Hardy, and then this Venom now. This is the way Venom gets introduced into the Marvel
They're
universe.
going right into the perspective. We're about to get a
Or I think there's two outcomes out of it. We're gonna get Agent Venom.
No. See,
Oh,
you already know
snap.
this is wrong
No, I'm
Keep
just
saying the wrong
saying,
shit,
I'm
my
just
nigga.
saying because that got famous.
shit. No.
So you
Yeah,
might
fuck
get Agent Venom because we don't have an Eddie Brock, but we do have Flash Gordon, and
There's
that
no
loves
way
Spider-Man.
that Flash Thompson's gonna be that.
And two, and I'm saying the two bad things. That's one bad thing because I don't like Agent Venom.
Mhm.
The second bad thing is that's going to be the link that Tom Hardy could come back and forth or whatever. I don't want that either. The
But the back
third
and
one,
forth is a better option than anything else.
the third one, I want a brand new. Like, yo, if you're gonna
So you
do,
basically want the same shit that I just said that they're gonna put it through. Eddie
yeah,
Brock.
a new Eddie Brock. That's a third thing, but they could do all three of those
No,
things.
they're going to do the third one. Nigga, let's
Nah,
just-
nah, I feel they
I
gonna
wanna-
do
I
a
wanna
third
be
one
happy.
too.
No,
I
but
wanna
you
be
gotta
happy.
be fucking honest and realistic about the shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, Venom came out in September.
Nigga,
On Blu-ray in December.
Mm.
Let's not lie about logistics and numbers and things that go into business and life.
Yeah.
Like that, nigga, they're not stupid. They know Tom Hardy knows that he's a bum ass Venom. That's why he's an alcoholic. Because that nigga was
that's
drinking.
why he's an alcoholic.
He was a fucking bum.
Yo, whoa.
He was
Yo.
trash.
The drinks out there heavy. We're not trying to say anything bad about y'all. I damn, bro. We live
But
in
nah,
a
but it's
bad
true.
time. You can't be saying stuff like that.
Nah, that nigga, like, he needs to just go away with his shit. Like, he ruined a fucking character and a possible franchise that could have been great without Spider-Man.
You can't say he destroyed it.
Well, I'm not saying he
Yeah.
did, but, you know, like, the everybody in general.
Sony.
Yeah, everybody in general did it.
So I was telling Ruben, which I'm scared of, which I hope they don't do. I felt like, in a way, but there's a back and forth. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in the Marvel universe, but I felt like them doing that whole no one remembers who Spider-Man is. That means he's
Yeah, no,
happy. That means all the Avengers. That's Sony's way of taking Spider-Man back and saying like, no, we got him now.
I feel you. That's
We're
an easy
quote
out.
unquote
I don't think
part
that,
of the universe,
they
but we're
wouldn't do
not.
that. Nah,
now.
they wouldn't do that. That's a
I
stupid.
feel
that
something's
easy
gonna
out.
happen that people gonna remember though.
What would you say? You feel that's gonna
And I
happen?
feel like that people gonna remember, like the important people are going to
Yeah.
remember somehow.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's not because that's why they seized it the way like he said. I know Spider-Man, and I met Aunt May through Spider-Man. But you know Spider-Man, but you don't.
They know Spider-Man, but they don't know Peter Parker.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why. Like nah, they're not. Like you looking for the negative. You jump.
No.
You jumped on that shit in the movie theater. I was ready to go fight you in the fucking movie theater. And I was like, Marissa saved you, nigga. Because Marissa dead ass asked me, and I was looking at you, and I was like, this nigga's that negative that he already thinks
You know
that
why?
Spider-Man's gone.
I'd rather be negative, just like Mary Jane says. You're always negative.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was about to say that.
Until, because then you could expect, like, when something's better, it's that much better. That's why I'm so negative. I'm like her. I'm like her in a
It
weird
hasn't
way.
been you know, it's fun.
And if
Okay,
I
felt that.
had a bitch that was Spider-Woman, if I had a bitch that was Spider-Woman, I'm taking her fucking powers.
Can I just say something? That's
She'll be
funny?
sleeping over,
What?
and I'll be like trying to inject her
No,
blood
I gotta
into me.
go.
I'm like, I got one
No,
syringe
wait.
off of Amazon.
Wait,
Trying to
no,
put
no,
it away.
no. 'Cause you dead
This guy, I'm
ass
taking your powers.
like this is like karma that I
So
love.
no,
This happened to me twice today. That I've had something happen that just like I wanted it to happen and it happened. You motherfucker, you dead ass just said something that I was gonna keep it to myself. I was like, hey, whatever. Marissa told Thomas that you're Mary Jane.
Why? Oh yeah.
I don't even
I
know
am
why.
weak, yo.
I know I was sitting there and like Thomas was like, what? Why? And in my head, I wanted to laugh, but I was just like, I'm
Oh.
gonna leave it alone.
I wish I was
And now that
sitting
you're
there.
saying that now,
That's
it's like it
fucking
makes it even
hilarious.
fucking funnier.
I wish he was on here so I could talk to him about it. God damn it.
Mm.
This is always fucking me up, motherfucker.
Like, she called you out on that shit before you even got to say it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
So anyway, we'll talk about the second end credit scene, which is gonna come out because it was basically a trailer. So
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That was the funniest shit about it. It was a fucking
it
trailer.
was a trailer to Doctor Strange.
yeah. I was kind of tight about that. I was like,
I'm
yo,
mad, but I was like,
this
that
is-
was mad unexpected.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that the slow walk.
I've been deceived. I'm mad. Fuck that. I've been deceived.
I was kind of hoping for Miles Morales though. I was kind of like, damn it.
The only reason I don't want Miles is because if they do Miles, then that means Sony definitely has it.
Yeah.
Sony could do Miles themselves if they want, and I'll be fine with that.
I'd rather Marvel do it.
No, I mean Marvel would be great to do it, but Sony could do it themselves.
That'll mess up the MCU.
It's not messing up the MCU.
Quote, unquote.
That's why.
No.
Now I'm
because,
talking about if they add Miles Morales and they already got like this Spider-Man Pete Parker in there.
It's not gonna mess.
I mean,
up
they
the
could do
MCU.
like a cameo. You know, like
No, they
they
can
can't
work.
make.
They'd be fine. Trust me. That PS5,
Alright, well-
I mean, not that PS4, the
oh,
Spider-Man Miles Morales, and
oh,
you'll see part of the story.
he's
Then as you play
dissing
the
you
other
again,
Spider-Man,
Ruben.
I'm not dissing.
Wait,
I'm
what
trying to
about
tell
hear
him.
him?
I'm trying to explain to him like
No, yo, say that again. What did you say?
if you play the Spider-Man on the PS4, they kind of do what you're trying to say. Like they had the two Spider-Man, like they had Miles in there, but he doesn't turn into Miles Morales Spider-Man until the end of the game. And that's why they make the video game version for Miles. Like you could do that. Like you're right, yeah, you could have them both there, but he can't be Spider-Man yet. Like it has to be a slower build for Spider-Man.
That's what I was kind of hoping for, though.
Yeah.
But I'm happy what they did. So basically, if anyone watches it, there's two fucking end scenes. The end scene is Doctor Strange movie trailer, which again, I can't wait till it goes out so I can actually see everything again.
You gotta rewatch,
But-
like, to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, they have. I keep forgetting the name, but he's in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The guy with the
Oh, you
big
talking
eye.
about the eye with the eye?
Oh, so
Yeah.
I screamed. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah,
Solomon, some shit like that. Solomon
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
it's almost like a weird like.
Nah, he's an alien, like, species first. Basically, he's a world destroyer.
Yes, and he's super powerful,
Yeah.
and he's like a god. He's like the god of the in between dimensions. So he rules all of that. So seeing him in that trailer was like, holy fuck.
In a good version, too.
And then
honestly.
this is why I love Marvel.
Yeah.
The What If series, you get evil Doctor Strange versus regular Doctor Strange.
Which is actually mad, though.
Yo.
They literally did take that from the What If. Like,
Yeah, I was
I know-
like, oh my god. I was like, make a Marvel zombie movie. Come
But then
on.
I knew with the What If series though, I knew that was just like a setup for like regular movies. And people will watch the series and then they see anything that's like movie related, they won't be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What's going on? It won't be lost, you know what I mean? Because like you've seen the series,
yeah,
you know who the fuck I am. Even
Yeah.
though you read the comics or like whatever, you feel me?
yeah. That's true. That's true. But I think
Oh
that's
my
why I
God.
like Marvel. Go ahead.
Oh no, my phone just
he dropped the phone.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
save the phone.
No, but that's what I like about Marvel over DC, and that's why I always say the problem with DC. Stop having fucking shows on all these different platforms. Have a show on one platform and let it all link
It's not even
together.
on a lot of platforms. It's literally on one platform now. It's
Now
on
it
HBO Max. If you don't have HBO Max, you don't
Yeah,
really
but
have
right before that,
it was the DC.
Wow.
No, right before that, it was on
I
Max.
got
I'm
Yeah.
not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying right now.
now it's on HBO Max.
yeah, I'm about
So,
to say that.
Revitalize the shit. Let's get it going. Because I want to see Justice League Unlimited as a live action show on a fucking or live action movie. I don't want to fucking see
They're not
your
doing none of that.
shitty. I know.
I was like, I don't even know where you're going with this, but I was like,
I'm just saying, this is why Marvel does it great.
Yeah.
You had a cartoon show go into live act. It's all canon. It's live action. Now it's evil Doctor Strange versus regular Doctor Strange from the MCU. You hear someone talks to him about the fucking breaking the multiverse. I thought it was King the Conqueror. I kind of hope it is.
No,
But we're
it
gonna
is.
see King the
It
Conqueror in a
definitely
movie when he
They
was on
already
the
talked
show.
about the.
So
All right, well, Quantum Theory was mentioned in Far From Home, aka going into,
yeah,
you know,
multiverses and all that.
it's all there. It's if you're part nerdy and into shit like that, you catch the little lines that they say and words that they say, and you know it's all fucking just adds up and shit. But like to have like, which we was talking about Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Was it Baron Zemo? No, not Baron Zemo. Wow, I'm thinking of the wrong shit.
No,
Wow,
Mortal.
Mortal, yeah, Mortal. Mortal. It's funny because I was like, I don't know why, but the long hair, I feel like it fits. Like
Yeah,
with the braids and the dress, I was like, I fuck
It only
with
ruins it because like now you can't put Bishop in there with the long braids.
Yeah, yeah. But I kind of fuck with it, especially because you know they changed the culture of like, the characters. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not
Yeah.
complaining.
No,
But the thing is, like, I fucked with it. I was like, cool, because I know Doctor Strange's gonna have most likely Nightmare, Mephisto, or Dormammu. One of the three is gonna be a part of it.
Nightmare's supposed to be the villain.
That's what
But
I'm saying. Like, it's
yeah.
gonna be one of the three. Then we got the alien guy, or the you know, from the video game. Then we have a Dark Doctor Strange, and then we have a basically a Scarlet Witch that we don't know what side she's gonna be on. So there's a lot of possibilities in this movie. If Doctor Strange, if you have no idea in your head, like if you didn't watch WandaVision, if you didn't put all this shit together and realize like, nah, Doctor Strange is the next big fucking Marvel movie,
Yeah.
you're fucking retarded because I can't wait to watch
And-
the fucking movie.
And they showed America Chavez, which is she'll have like the Captain America shirt on.
Yeah.
She's one of those recent Spanish characters in the comic book, but her power it actually is to like go to the other dimensions. So that's why she was in the trailer. Good to see her.
Hey, who?
America Chavez, that Spanish looking girl in the
Yeah.
trailer. She had a
Mhm.
Captain America shirt on. So in the comic book, she could go through dimensions. So I think that's why she's in the
Wow.
Doctor Strange movie.
You know what's one of the things?
And they're probably gonna do a TV show with her and make her part of the Young Avengers.
Like yeah. But like, because
Young Avengers are
part of my
starting to
interest in
make
Doctor
it.
Strange, like why I need to see Doctor Strange, is because I need to know how much they're actually gonna do multiverse parts. Like,
It looks like a lot.
because the thing is that
That looks like
Kane-
a 3-hour movie.
no, the thing is like Kane the Conqueror, we got the tease that we got,
Yeah.
but there's possibilities off of that show that we got the tease off of, like jumping through universes and moving like that with the way that the variant aspect was.
Yeah.
Loki could pop up out of nowhere and get back as an end credit even,
Yeah.
just as like he's safe, and then it could be Kane. Like, there has to be at one point in time a good tease of Kane looking like the Kane that we,
Yeah.
and that's what besides the statue, because the statue was there,
Yeah.
but I want to see like
It might-
that the outfit and him walking. Like, I know Loki's not gonna die anytime soon, but maybe he could kill somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Marvel got a plan.
Like, I know I'm just out here winging it now, like, because I'm just thinking of all the things that I know I want in the next couple of years,
Yeah.
and it's like this is like Marvel has become something more than anything that I've ever realized. Like, it became like, you know how you binge watch and you watch, like, if you've been addicted to a TV show, you watch
Yeah.
like 10 years of it, 10 seasons. Like my nigga, like, I literally feel lost sometimes when I, like, the whole pandemic aspect, like, besides being blinded by all that bullshit, like, you don't realize it, but now I realize it is like, damn, this is like a thing. Like,
Yeah.
I come home and the first thing I did was do on Hawkeye yesterday.
Yeah.
Sat down, smoked, and watched Hawkeye. I didn't even give a shit about anything else I did.
It's almost like 12 years now. 15
Yeah,
years.
that's what I mean. Like, you don't even realize, like, you knew, yo, this movie's dropping. I'm buying these fucking tickets. I'm going over. Why? Because even if I don't care about the movie as much, I need to know where it's going because it leads up to everything else.
Yeah.
Like, they created, like, I wish I knew the word for it.
A
But-
universe.
A giant universe, a universe that connects with TV shows and movies, and you could literally, like, I know when I'm like 60 and I'm alone, probably, I have
It's a
shit
beautiful
to
thing.
watch for the rest until I die. Like, I'm
Yo,
legit, like to watch shit until I die.
I just had to throw that out because Ruben, I know you're laughing too.
Yeah.
It was like we're all gonna be fucking alone ass, old ass men, just be like, remember that movie we saw?
Yo, I was when I was going home with the kid. That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, yo, it's a beautiful time to be alive.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, I work at a assisted living, so I'll be around
People
old
don't
people.
even clap anymore.
Like, I've been around old people and I watch what these old people watch, so they go back. They go back. They watch. So like I think about me when I get old, and like I was like, it's gonna be mad funny when I'm old and like one of these faces most likely, and like the young person was like, "Hey, be cheery, like we're gonna put the movie on of the night for you," and I'm like, "If it's not a Marvel movie, leave me the fuck alone."
Yeah, that's a fact, yo.
They're like, "Why is this whole generation addicted to Marvel? Let's try this."
So Ruben,
You have to be there.
you have to be there. People dressing up.
Oh my God, you know
They're doing the memes.
how many different quotes are we gonna have
yeah.
from our era? We're just gonna hashtag you have to be there, bitch.
I said you had to be there, bitch.
I literally,
weak.
I stopped. I didn't see a girl today because of that. Because they were just like, "Oh, it's the only day I can see." I was like, I already bought the tickets. I'm like, I'm not going to Spider-Man.
Like, too bad, too bad. I don't think you understand what this is.
Oh shit. So Ruben,
It's actually yeah.
1 out of 10, 10 being the best. What do you give this movie?
A 10. I liked it. No, I really liked it.
You
I really liked this movie.
flawless,
Like,
no problems.
I think it was good. I wish it was just longer.
That's a fact.
Nah,
I wish the movie was just longer. I feel like they kind of like sped up.
another
a few
40 minutes
things.
of it would have been great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. What? Oh man.
Were you
yeah.
crying? Were you crying, Ruben? Were you tearing up?
Nah, man, I wasn't tearing up. And all the
That sounded like
Spider-Man's
a
hug, I was like, yo, I felt like I was part of the hug.
I was crying. I cried.
It was like
Man.
when Tom Holland was saying thank you to them, it was like he was saying thank you to them for like setting up like the whole thing of Spider.
Yeah,
You know,
nah,
Tobey
yeah.
Maguire and Andy. It was just it was like the mantle was like it's yours now. You know what I mean?
That's what
It was like, oh, this is beautiful. Like,
Nah,
it was like a beautiful moment.
It was.
It was beautiful.
It was. That's why he put on the blue and red suit at the end.
So-
Pay homage to them niggas.
So that's when you cried, Ruben?
I didn't cry. What the fuck?
Like I said, I cried multiple times. I was holding back tears at that point. Like, I
Andrew's
was
over
mad
there,
emotional watching this.
hat low. I ain't crying. Got sun in my eye, bro. God damn. It must be the AC. The AC is bothering my eyes.
Yo, that wind is strong coming out of the vent.
I was trying to look at all the screens, yo.
Word, son.
Nah, that shit
That
had
was
me
weird.
emotional. But it was a good emotional. That's why I fucked with it.
Oh, yeah.
Very emotional.
So what did you get it? Oh, imagine all that shit he's in. Yo, I love this fucking movie. Nah, it's a 2, nigga.
Nothing's better than Far From Home. I only love that Mysterio fight
Oh,
scene.
Andrew blocked himself. Look at that. Look at that.
Did I?
Yeah, he muted. No,
You muted
Andrew.
me?
Not,
Ruben muted me.
Ruben muted himself.
Nah, I love this. How this is funny.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, you muted yourself. We were just looking. I could see shit. I could see shit.
Nah, it was
Oh, man. Look, I
told him
had
it's
to, man.
time.
I'm talking to Donovan, bro.
if I want to be like a 9, that's only me being nitpicky about certain things that I could be like, oh, that's not accurate. But
Yeah.
besides that, guys, like this is the best Marvel movie I've seen since Infinity War.
I have to give it. I'm gonna have to say a 10 because I can't say it's not flawless, but I can't say any flaws in it.
Like you have to run back
No.
and be nitpicky. You have to
Yeah.
find two coats and shit out of
Like
it.
to me, it was like Ruben said.
Exactly.
That was just like the only nitpick I have. I was like, make it longer. I want to see more. Like give me more of this shit. More fight scenes. I want to see more of them flipping around where people
Not,
are
even when
clapping.
they put like all the Spider-Man together, like they did it so like all right. It's an aspect again, and it's the same shit out of it.
It would have been cool just to see the
The
Spider-Mans
fight-
all swinging around
Tom
New York.
Harlan, like but
Yeah.
You know, go somewhere.
Like,
That would have been
Tom
sick.
Harlan is the face of the movie.
Yeah.
Second,
Yeah, shit.
the best thing that they did was not
Mm.
have the two other Spider-Man's debut
Oh.
with him
all the
at the
time.
same
Yeah.
no, but at the same like the
That's
debut like Andrew Garfield would have came out with Tom
Oh
Holland
yeah.
and then that
No,
would have like been like it would have been cool, but it would have been kind of like
no, I like the way.
I
they
like
did
the
it,
way
yeah.
they came out because they said what they said. They were looking for him. They knew there was something fucked up. They were more of the scientific nerds in the whole Spider-Man aspect.
Okay.
So you got to see why it was the breakdown. And they were able to figure it all out. Like they figured out everything mad quick. Like they were the more mature, ready to go. Tom Holland is the younger.
Yeah.
I worked like under Iron Man. I worked under everybody else aspect, which made it awesome. AKA why the best line of the fucking night was, "Who are the Avengers?"
Yeah.
Yo, that was hilarious, yo.
Yeah.
He said, I've been in the team before. I was part of the Avengers. He was like, oh, that's great. Who are the Avengers?
Yeah.
Is that a band?
Are you a band?
And like
Yeah.
that's
That
what
was
made it awesome.
hilarious.
'Cause, like, you don't like the thing is like nobody should go into these things thinking like, oh, he doesn't know who the Avengers are, so they don't exist in that world. I'm like, no, Tony Stark exists in that world, but Tony Stark didn't go through what Tony Stark went through in the other world.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't have an Avengers in that world. That's how you gotta understand shit. Like
All right.
that's why they said like, no, that's my MJ is different. Like you're Mary Jane, no, I'm Michelle, da da da.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they make sure they
They-
did little things
yeah.
that makes a fucking sense. I gotta pee.
So
Moving
anyway,
on.
I want to say this.
Wrong.
What do you think? Do you think they're gonna put Black Cat in the future of it, like his new girl? Since at the end of the movie, he let it go that Mary Jane forgot about him.
Hmm.
Because to me, that would be an interesting love triangle.
That
like-
would be an interesting thing. And then I want to see how they would actually do it.
yeah,
Because at the end, she was just, acting like, the normal her.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It wasn't like real no motive, like, yeah, I'm about to do this type of thing.
yeah,
You feel me? If anything, she was kind of like intrigued of who, like Peter was. So it was kind of, you showed up to my shop, you said X, Y, Z, then you finished like my sentence. And, like, I knew like, quote unquote, like the connection was there, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I know that I feel like that moment would stick with her and that would draw her towards, Peter
yeah,
type
but
of thing.
I feel like he would probably go back. Like in what I would like too, because I like the Black Cat character. I
Yeah.
would like for him to be like, yeah, like he's still trying to get close to marry like his MJ, but
Yeah.
Black Cat comes into the picture as that. Nah, I like Spider-Man. I don't like Peter Parker. You know what I'm saying?
And it will also cause quote unquote the love triangle too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because if you watch the cartoon from the '90s, you get that love.
Yeah, yeah.
I keep trying to put my nigga Spider-Man on love time.
Yeah, but whatever. But you see, the Black Cat always likes Spider-Man. She doesn't like Peter Parker, but Mary Jane like both, in a sense. So
And
it's like,
quote
that'd
unquote
be
they
an
kind of
interesting
showed
thing
that
to
too
throw
with
in.
what was it Far From Home?
Yeah,
Like she was interested in like Peter whatever, but then when she found out he was Spider-Man, it was like, yeah, you're mine.
yeah.
You feel me? It could like, she said that wasn't really her motive, like I like you for you, but at the end of the day,
Just
it could have been like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who said that?
Very good. You talk about the regular Tom Holland, but I was saying for the future, do you think Black Cat could come into it?
If they would have teased a little bit of something with the Hardy Foundation and everything with like Felicia, then I would have been definitely because I would love to see Black Cat on screen. That would be fucking dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like if this was a different universe where it was more based off of just Spider-Man's version, then I would say, yeah, 100% you have to bring in Black Cat now because we have enough movies and enough content that we have to switch it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But since he works with so many different people, you never know. Like,
And that'll be another fuck you to DC, where it's just like, oh, you got Catwoman in your new shitty Batman movie. We're gonna bring in
Yo,
Black
that trailer had me weak.
Cat.
that shit was fucking. Listen, I watched that.
That trailer had me
That trailer
dying,
was
bro.
fucking horrible.
Oh my
That shit, oh my god. What's red and blue and dead? You! Thank you, Rilla.
Like,
God.
I want to get an iPhone just so I can do the Batman yell shit, right? People talk.
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to intimidate you.
So, what do you think is going to happen for the future of Spider-Man in the MCU, Ruben?
The MCU.
Hmm.
Well, with the end credit scene, that's definitely gonna play a role. Because I'll see them just like showing that, that little piece there, and then like doing like another movie or two without mentioning that. You know what I mean? So I feel like Venom's gonna pop up real soon, like really, really soon.
Hmm. Interesting.
Okay. The Sinister Six, is that gonna be the MCU movie or that's going more towards Sony?
I don't know yet.
It depends on how they do it. If
Yeah.
they do it as a just Sinister Six movie, that would be Sony. If they do it with Spider-Man, then you make 50-50. It depends. Because they had the possibility that they could do just a standalone, but like a stupid Suicide Squad aspect.
Yeah.
But I don't think Sony's that dumb. They realize what Warner Brothers Fox and all them dumbass people.
They better not be that dumb. They
Damn.
pay
Sony has
bad
a bit,
money to
listen,
do
you know why
that.
Sony's not dumb, and I know they're not dumb, because they keep the same energy.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse, I don't know if you've seen the Spider-Verse trailer for the second movie,
Yeah.
and it's a two-parter, which is awesome. And they keep switching it, so they're working with the multiverse shit because it's the whole Spider-Verse, and they already shown like the animation for just the first part of that movie is gonna be different. It's gonna be like I think it was like the 60s or 70s version.
Okay.
Or like the thing, like they're basically touching everything. Like in the trailer they show 299. They show everything.
Yeah.
Like they show a little shit. They're gonna go through all of that, but everything that I remember, the original contract and how that contract was supposed to be. Sony owns everything Spider-Man wise, like content with video games, cartoons, all of that extra shit. Live action supposed to be MCU. So as long as it stays that way, then.
So then, what do you think is going to happen in the future of Spider-Man?
I think Spider-Man is going to be kind of just fall away for a little while. They're going to build up more story. He's going to come back because they're going to need the team. They're going to find a way to make him part of the team to be the leader. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what, because I know Secret Wars is going to get thrown in there somewhere, because they're not going to not do it. Like, they already have Fantastic Four. They have too much shit not to do it,
I think, because they're trying to say that the new big bads, instead of making it like a 10-year run, like it took 10 years for Thanos to
But you could do a 5-year run.
No, they're saying that they're going to do different, like this phase.
Big events.
This phase is going to be Kang. The next phase is going to be someone else.
And I fucked with that. I fucked with that because it's a multiple event. Like, you could do a phase each character and it'd be fine. And then at the end, like let's say they do 2 phases. Let's say we go through 2 phases, and we get we're about to go in 2022. So 2025, the next major event to the end of that phase is Secret Wars, which will suck because that's when we were finally get X-Men.
Yeah.
But that will be the introduction of X-Men, which will kind of help take the weight off of.
Well, X-Men will before that.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, it depends on. Like, I'm not saying that year will be the movie, but within around that time, it's not coming out next year. It's not coming out in 2023. It's going to be out of 2024 or 2025.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, it's just the fact. Like, there's no X. They have yet to even mention X-Men. I think the most they said was. The cartoon was the biggest X-Men thing that they announced for anything visual content. They haven't mentioned anything.
Rumors about Doctor Strange and Patrick Stewart being Professor X in that movie.
But those rumors don't have any fucking weight to it.
Well, not yet, but because
not yet.
But
he's trying because he wants a bad ass X-Men movie because he has yet to see one.
Yeah.
I've been living on Spider-Man, nigga. We out here.
I'll literally cry in the theater if I see a good X-Men movie. I'll be mad emotional. Oh my God, kill for Magneto. Don't kill for Magneto, right?
You gotta understand there's a process to get into a good X-Men. AKA me becoming an executive producer for Disney.
No, me. For X-Men. I'm like, yo, you can do everything. Let me control the X-Men franchise.
Nah, I only want the Spider-Man shit because then I can really have fun. Where the fuck you did that shop, nigga? Fucking 4 comics, nigga. This is a great story.
Shit. All right. Well, thank you, Ruben. Hopefully you'll be live next time.
Word.
Word.
I'll
We're
be
gonna
there in
cut this
person.
off.
No worries.
Mhm.
I'm gonna jump off the next balcony today and do a Spider-Man flip.
Oh, I can't wait to.
I'm done. He's about to be man my back.
Yeah.
I might. I honestly, it's sad to say, I am the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I'm that old. Like, everybody, yo, my nigga.
Yo,
back.
son.
That nigga stretched before he fought. No other time. He was literally like, that was awesome in that movie. I don't give a fuck. He was awesome.
When they did the back crack too, that's
Oh, that was fucking hilarious. And he was just like,
God, that fucking movie.
I can't wait to go watch it again.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Saturday? I'm probably going Saturday.
Oh, fuck you.
Saturday or Sunday. I don't know which day. But definitely one of those.
I'm fucking weak.
I'm dead ass. I might
Oh
get
my god.
being at my job and watching Spider-Man.
We gotta take Donovan to see it with us.
Word. You want to see Spider-Man? You want to see Spider-Man? I'm done. He's live. Spider-Man.
Alright, so we're gonna
Well,
end.
they want to see it again.
Listen, I have no shame in it, nigga. I've watched Star Wars multiple times.
Oh,
I've done watched
Star Wars.
I've watched shit multiple times before. I would do it again. I will pay y'all to watch the movie again.
yeah.
Because in my head, I
You
can't
gotta
watch
just
it not in good
choose,
quality.
I guess. Indeed.
So,
Alright, so we're gonna cut this off. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow. Ruben!
such a fucking Infinity
Yeah.
War. Like,
Whoa. Whoa.
Spider-Man. Like, that was that. The way it was shot, it felt like I was watching the fight on Titan again. It's fucking amazing. Like, I don't know about this movie for like 4 hours. How much I fucking love it. I fucking love this movie. Honestly, like I've been waiting.
It was a great ass movie.
Fucking punk ass kid.
This movie was great.
On fucking Tobey Maguire. So now I'm fucking a young,
This movie was
old
good.
punk ass kid.
Oh shit.
Fucking loved it.
Well, you know it. It was a good ass movie.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Do a fucking building, my guy. Like, yo, this nigga went from a blackjack to a spine buster. He did some wrestling shit that I've never seen before.
Yo, there was mad wrestling movies.
I guarantee you, I'm gonna see a
That's a
wrestler
fact,
by
yo.
next year trying to pull that off. And I can't wait to see him fuck it up, because nigga, that was mad fake, but also at the same time.
Oh my god.
Fucking love that movie.
I tried to cut it off 2 times. I fucking love this
I don't keep having
movie.
Hey, you gotta cut this shit off, because I just keep thinking about the movie like, damn, that was a good ass thing.
Alright, so Ruben, thanks for coming on.
Spider-Man
No
Power
problem.
Rangers. No, fine.
I gotta end this, Ruben. I gotta end this. This motherfucker's gonna keep going on.
Alright,
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
man.
I hit you
Alright.
Alright, peace out, man.
Peace out.